also willing to take the fight there, because you can't just leave this Azir to get a repeat gank. You need to allow this Rakan, because it's not like the Yunar and the Rakan will have a strong 2v2, and suddenly you have a huge HP advantage. So I want to see Leader keep playing this aggressively, as maybe Nick is looking for something here.
Using the trample early, he's going to get flag and drag, lands the pulverized knockup, and with the Comet Spear coming in, there's so much damage onto Yukino, he oversteps and Skeens. Very willing to pick up first blood. Hazel, the triple ward in the bush. As Hazel is forced to flash away. As Prime there, you're so happy.
Rakan is already opening behind there. Skeens wants to pressure this. Tau is very low and no teleport. It's not like he can base and drop this wave, so Skeens taking a lot of space here, but Prime is here to counter.
Prime on his way, Infernal Chains looking for Skeens, has to flash away. Prime going forward, Wonder flashing over, Flame Spitter gets 1-for-1 so far. Yukino forced to use his flash to escape the clutches of Skeens, who continues to chase out Prime, who does have a flash of his own, will use it. Late flag in from Yukino. Kamilu's here, but Yukino falls to a spear through his back. And now, in the end, Kamilu should be able to secure the kill onto Skeens. Mickey looking for the knockback!
Mickey!
Skeens lives! By the skin of his teeth, he survives. And now SK 3-1 up
behind the Aatrox Q2 and tries to predict the Rakan as well, and it's an easy kill as we see again.
Flash, headbutt, pulverize as well. Kamilu has a flash, but doesn't have the chance to use it towards mid though.
Yeah, and here you see the secret threat of the Fog of War. They actually didn't know where Pantheon was.
Down on the bottom side of the map. Yukino was looking towards top, didn't really manage to find anything onto Wonder. Now Mickey stepping forward, Kamilu flashes away, Leader Solemn Bound once again, they're diving onto Mickey and the cow is turning into roast beef. Skeens jumps back in, Fate Sealed, lands on two, Yukino with the Cataclysm, Leader able to flash away just in time. Hazel's here to try and back up his team, chasing out Skeens, but once again on low HP, the Pantheon escapes.
That looked really sketchy for SK, Mickey going in so deep, almost goes down for nothing, but then Skeens and Leader actually get punished by Yukino. I feel like here, maybe can you just get out? Or is the CC just too strong?
I think it's just good CC overall. You can see Rakan trying to battle dance out. Hazel going forward here, uses the cleanse. Yoppa flashes in. Mickey goes for it, but still with the piercing arrow. Yoppa able to get the solo bolo. Mickey not even getting an assist. Prime chunked away. Down to 100 HP off this wave and then run back up towards those grubs. Or whether they're saying, well, our top side's so far ahead, actually don't need our support to fight for the grubs. Infernal Chains from Tau. Wonder trying to dodge away from it. Dark and Blade into the world ender. Wonder overcharging Grand Starfall in, and Tau is baked alive by Wonder and by Skeens. Does really help you with those wave pushes. Yoppa already taking a few plates off this bot lane tower. With the grubs will take even more. Prime looking for Mickey here, who does have the Unbreakable Will. Yukino's on his way across. Yoppa stays around. Cataclysm flash away from Mickey. Does use his own ultimate, so expending an extra summoner in the exchange.
And he's just cheeky, isn't he? He's just seeing what's up there.
I mean, that was greedy.
That was greedy. What do you do here if you're a KC? Because, like, what place do you actually have to get something back into the game? What is your strengths right now? This is the vision line you need to get for... I'll write it on the minimap because the camera's going like this. Vision line is super important because once the tier 1s go down, you need to be able to hold a few chokes as Leader.
So just takes him out of 2v1. Emperor's Divide was too early there. Skeens now on a rampage. First tower going down to SK. In that bottom side, a 7,000 gold lead, and that first turret is going to be followed very rapidly by two more, it seems, as Leader can take the mid. Meanwhile, on the top side, Wonder continues to push in, and Skeens has looped his way around for a possible dive on Tau. Yoppa TPing up towards that top lane as well to try and help the advance. Tau able to get the knockup, but Wonder flashes away, and Skeens can tank the tower. With Yoppa clearing out the wave, this turret's shortly to fall. And SK accelerating the game exactly like their composition wants to.
I mean, I'm talking about vision times, but it doesn't seem, vision lines, it doesn't seem to matter. SKC is playing so fast, taking every fight, and KCP disrespecting now. Two TPs coming in here.
Prime for the knockup. Counter TP coming out from SK as Kamilu's the first one to join. Doesn't have that Emperor's Divide. Wonder here now, no equalizer on him. He's going to try and burn the bird. And Kamilu might be a turkey soon as he could be done. Yoppa able to get a kill in the 1v2. Kamilu is cooked. Yukino forced to run away. Hazel comes in from the side, but it seems like it might be a little bit too late. Mickey looking for the knockup. Hazel with a good dodge to avoid that headbutt pulverized combination, but still SK take the tower, take 2 kills, and get themselves out of harm's way.
I mean, SKC is fighting finger licking good here. Like, they're just so up 9k gold at 16 minutes. This is unheard of, Medic.
It's a bit of a one-sided stomp so far. Leader stepping forward here. There's the quickness out of Prime. Yukino coming in with the flag and drag as well as Hazel dashes across the wall, and there's the shutdown. Grand Starfall. They might look for another as Skeen's using the Aegis Assault to try and tank up some of that damage. So that's the flash. Rift Herald was used on the bottom side, so SK will be able to get a tower out of this. Wonder tries to drive it away. This Varus, and there's the Drake that we were talking about. SK keeping up the pace of this game as much as they can. Mickey keeping up the pace of being in the wrong position at the wrong time. Hazel coming in from the side, the flag and drag. Mickey does get the headbutt away, but eventually should fall here. They're trying to give the kill over to Hazel, and he will manage to secure that. It's a 2-item Yanara now with
yeah, I mean, checks out. That would definitely seem like a friendly greeting if I was a cow. I'm not a cow, so I can't speak for cows, but like if I was, I would probably enjoy that.
So would I. Skeens and Mickey do look for Yukino. He's going to flag and drag out. TP's coming in. Blast going back. Skeens knocked onto the backline here as he puts the Aegis Assault down. Dives now onto Camilla with a good equalizer down. Prime's going to have to flash chain interruption landing onto Tao. And Mickey goes in for another headbutt pole combo. SK find themselves a couple of kills. Prime died after flashing away across that wall. SK will take the tier 2 on the top side. A couple of pings coming out towards the Baron as well. It's only been up for 20 seconds, but SK has so much control over this game, they might just be able to start it up.
And the Sandcastle is falling apart. Looks like it will be the Baron for SK here. Leader looking for something mid here. Yarvan will come down. Sure, Leader out, but you're going back in there, buddy.
TP coming back as Mickey forced to try and defend his mid laner. The Baron begun by SK. Leader slowed up. Wonder turning around with a flame spitter. Yukino doesn't have smite right now and doesn't have a health bar either. Now they turn onto Hazel, who flashes away, but should be taken out in the end. A double for Wonder. Emperor's Divide only clipping onto Skeens. Wonder gets a triple, almost the quadra. Camillu ticking down to the burn of the Liandries, but it's not quite enough. Yoppo ignited by Tao. Should be able to fall here. The chain of corruption not enough to slow him, so Tao gets a big shut down, but has shut down himself in response.
This was almost 17 years old Medic. Almost had it there, Tao, with the TP in. Hard, but here Tao tries to find the counterplay, but he did get a big shutdown though, so
yeah,
that's a big gold influx.
Grand Starfall coming in from Skins as they look for Hazel once again. No flash on that Yanara. Good grand entrance, but with the equalizer down, Hazel is popped. Prime and Camilla will be able to dash across the wall following one after the other. SK's gold lead almost at 10k, now does crest that mark, and
surely they get this Baron, right?
I mean, you'd think so. This time Yukino will have his smite though, which makes it a little bit trickier. Comes slightly more of a 50-50. Both those smites sitting at that 1,400 mark. There's no real vision in the pit right now. Any wards? Oh, you've got to pass that automation for Camillu, so he can pop that down. Try and get a bit of vision in the pit.
SK is holding this for sure. I think this Baron is going to go down for sure. Yukino goes in, tries to find it, but doesn't really get it.
He can't find it, and there is the Fate Seal just to follow up. KCB, a valiant effort to try and get in there, but they lose 3 for it. Prime walking away wounded. Might be able to escape him, and Mickey hasn't really allowed anyone to get away. Prime, grand entrance is out. Another possibility, Mickey there could have headbutt, flash, or pulverized flashed and caught out Prime, but the dash away is enough. Mickey wants to save his flash.
But when he gets caught out in enemy jungle,
exactly,
he needs to.
I mean, at this point, if he gets caught out in the enemy jungle, I think he survives, man. The guy's almost got his protoplasm harness and already has the bandle pipes.
Protoplasm harness.
Yeah.
That's a cool sounding item.
Great item on Alistair as well.
Now it will be soul point for SK. KCB trying to set up this crab to get a little bit of vision foothold here, but I think you're probably giving this. It's just a Chemtech soul, and you still need, I think, 3 items on your Lunara and 3 items on your Seer. Once you get that point, you'll actually start to hurt a lot. But right now, you need to slow down the game.
Hazel has been able to take over to those 3 items, but Camillu's still only sitting at 2.5 with the boots. Mickey here in the middle of KCB, doesn't really care. The rest of the team's on his way to help defend. And Mickey just getting the push forward here. Has that unbreakable will, and KCB's will perhaps a little bit broken in this game. Almost a 15k lead as KCB are picking up a little bit of a bounty from that top lane tower. The reset coming out from Camillu, who isn't going to invest the TP, instead just channels that full recall. Double inhibs now to SK. With a minute left on the Baron, they can decide, do we just go for the 5v5? It seems like that is the call.
You have to go now. You can't wait for it. Mickey flashes
in, equalizer layered on top of it, and Camillu is dead before he can even cast a spell. In the midst of the Cataclysm, SK very happily just stand and deliver. Hazel, the last man standing for KCB, but not for much longer, I feel. SK have been unwilling to let them survive. In the end, he will get away. Grand Starfall.
Let him go!
Oh, Hazel actually could have finished his recall. Double TP coming out in the end. SK.
Internet Top versus Gragas, which is a complete lane bully maniac. It's a Korean classic. She will push in the Gragas heavily and make life hell for Bob.
Not yet level 6, needs 3 or 4 of these minions to crest over towards that mark. Rooster goes in for the pounce. Good body slam, bounce hits 6 but dies before he can get the explosive cask off. Great dive, unable to get in range. We'll have another Vault Breaker in a moment. 3 seconds. There's the Realm Warp. Cease and Desist coming out to stop the Realm Warp from being cast. Seismic Shove coming down as well as the Grand Star from Velia. Trimby moving first. Nemesis the first to fall in the battle as Bukado will be the second. Velia trying to trade back onto Nuke. Paduk has moved his way up from the bottom side. A 3v2 now in favor of Shifters. Paduk dashing forward with that relentless pursuit. Culling across the wall. Won't find its mark as Trimby secures the second on top to go down towards mid.
Yeah, and getting grabs for Nidalee is just so nice.
Oh, good flash forward from Velia. Really nicely done. Trimby turns into a minion so he can't be targeted. Yeah, stealing away those top camps. It's an Hex Optics first hit for Crownie, was buffed slightly. It used to be that you needed to hit someone from outside 700 range. Now Trimby's coming across. Nemesis.
Sneaky.
Ricardo's going to get onto Nemesis here. The Weavers will coming out from Nuke as well as they look for the chase. There's the Cease and Desist. Nemesis flashing away. A tidal wave for the follow-up onto Bukado. Had to flash himself. Trimby was stunned by a good bubble, but now Velia's on the wrong side of the wall. Does have to flash out. Rooster joins the fray. The Carling almost connects. Crownie does find one as Trimby goes down in the fray.
Somehow LR comes out on top. Will still be the Rift Herald and will still be Shifters in control of this game. But I mean, in 49, the end, you're just using this Herald to get control of mid and then control the river, because you don't really care about this mid tower yet. It will go down eventually, but they do want this dragon though. Giving my lord.
A tidal wave coming out as well. Crownie healed up. Flashes.
Not the mid wave, Crownie.
Not the mid wave. Taking him out. Crownie dying on a mid-wave overextending. Bounce coming in with a body slam. Explosive cast. Season Assist is going to dodge the CC out of it, but now Bukato's in the middle of Velia. Reckless. The Seismic Shove yeets them back into the team. Velia caught out with those tangle barbs. Jumps in with the shield bolt, but doesn't have the damage. And in the end, Shifters will win out on the fight.
Man, he just shoved it. Their entire team. That was insane by Nuke. What a great shove. Predicting the back. Just getting.
Ricardo and Paddock are going to clean that one up. 2 items on the AD carries now. Infinity Edge Hex Optics for Crownie. Paddock's got the Essence Reaver, Navori, Flicker Blades. Rooster already has his second, and it's a hull of returns, kind of baiting them into thinking they could make the play happen. Rooster, after pushing out the top side, has now moved into this top side jungle to clear away a little bit of vision of his own. The Weaver's Wall will separate Baus from the rest of his team. Seismic Shove going wide. Baus with the explosive cast yeets the cannon minion into his team, but the Cease and Desist is going to catch him out, and now he's knocked back with the Vault Breaker, and Nuke will secure the kill. Miscoordination there from Lost Returns. Baus going in, the rest of the team on the wrong side of the wall.
I mean, you see how easy the game is when you just have those grubs, you have those pushing lanes. You just walk and you hit the towers, and you kind of daring the enemy team to stop you, and then it becomes a little bit hard because I think they're bounced out.
It really is. The 3 grubs allowing him just to claw his way through the turret. And Rooster gets a tier. Nemesis. Realm Warp in behind Paduk. Yeah, that's Trimby for safety, but how safe is it really? Now with the teleport coming out from Rooster, Lost Returns are going to try and turn onto the Kitty Cat, who immediately flashes away. Tidal Wave onto Paduk. Trimby looking for the knockup, and he lands it onto Velia. Bounce with a good knockback from the explosive cast. Nuke from the fray. Paduk trying to do the damage onto Velia here, but he's getting chased out. Velia with an Aegis Assault. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Bounce getting caught out with the Vault Breaker. Paduk dodging away from Velia. In the end, will fall, doesn't get one of his own. But Bounce and Nemesis go down in response. A Weaver's Wall forward from Nuke as he looks for Crownie. Seismic Shove into the unraveled earth, immediately stuns up the Caitlyn, and Shifters shift their attention towards the Baron.
That Lucian spoke so much Korean. They threatened to burn that Baron down because LR is so cautious with your face check. So now LR, preferably they would have gotten a little top lane pick here.
Staying around, Trimby's on his way as a minion.
Cat smelled the mouse.
Rooster able to hit the spear. Now diving forward, Trimby, Pop Blossom,
oh my God,
gonna land it on 2. Velia dives onto him though instead. Rooster trying to jump in, Nuke coming in from the side as well as they try and get enough men for the fight, and they'll find it. Nuke now unstoppable. Nemesis, even with the Seraph shield, will not have enough health to survive.
And there it is, there's a cannon minion with 3 melees. You think it's normal, you think it's fine and dandy, but it's actually a hidden Nico on that cannon wave. Finally it happens, and here it will just be the Baron Asher. 4 Shifters, will be a counter trade, a tower trade for Baus in the bot side, but I think if you're Shifters, you are quite happy with that play, and I would love to get a replay tracking that little Nico deceiving LR.
Really had the chance to utilize the damage that he's developed through this game.
So true, Medic, and I think the options are kind of slipping out of LR Pringle's fingers. They are just being sieged upon now with these grubs, with so many pushing lanes, and they need to find some kind of flank. They need to find some kind of hard engage. Baus does have flash, and unless you do something soon, you will just lose all your inhibitors, all your towers, and eventually your base as well. So clock is ticking for LR, and here Shifters going.
Wall in by Nuke. Faust having to dodge away from it with that body slam. Grand Starfall coming out as Shifters will look for the disengage into re-engage combo. Tidal Wave.
Nice.
From Reckless. Disengaging the fight. Shifters able all to survive through it. And although the cannon minion does die, you can see Trimby's already down with the next wave to give them the extra movement speed to walk forward here. Again, 3 melee minions.
And we're back in the same spot now, but now there's no Nami ult, there's no Pantheon ult, there's no Caitlyn ult. Not that that's too relevant, but still, everything is kind of falling apart now for LR. That was your one attempt. You had to make it happen, and they tried. I think the tidal wave was a really nice attempt, but Rooster's movement just barely dodges it upwards.
Nemesis is not with the team, and it actually looks like Shifters just want to try and take the Nexus towers here. Nemesis pushing forward. We'll have the enhanced recall from that mid lane quest. Shifters will take one Nexus tower. Baus looking for that flank position. Gets onto Baduk, explosive cast to get the knockback, but Trimby goes in with a Pop Blossom and finds the back line. Reckless already down. Belia falling lower, culling out of Baduk. Baus still doing a lot of work. Bukada falling down as well. Baduk has to dodge around everyone here as Nemesis.
Take the full medic!
Overload is blocked.
Hold the full medic!
Trimby dies! Hold on! Nemesis finds a... Using that crystalline overgrowth to take down this top tier 1. Bounties have fallen off. Not to need that extra gold injection. Will be third Drake of the game for Shifters. 2 Infernals and a Mountain.
LR has no idea what's happening. Are they on the Baron? Are they camping for us? They just see a Nico running out. It's really scary here.
They've got the fast sights though. They'll try and get the vision in the pit in a moment. Velia looking to get in here as well. Puts the control wall down of his own. Trimby looking for that flank. Velia looking for the steal. Paduk dodging away, knocked up by the Baron. Baus on the flank, immediately getting popped, but he has the Zhonya's. Bukada having to flash away, and now Rooster caught out by Lost Returns. They find one. Trimby going in for the knockup. It's only onto Nemesis, and Nemesis has so much of his own. Nuke having to try and escape from the bottom side. The Cullen coming out from Paddock. But Lost Returns have a 4v2 towards the top. Nuke TPing down towards the bot lane, giving up on the Baron, looking for the Nexus.
You gotta get back. You gotta make a decision here. The Baron is off. There's a Talia in your base. You have to split up your resources as well. Nemesis goes back to hold the Talia, holds the line as the rest of LR is trying to do this. Weaver's Wall is trying to come in. No Realm Warp or Teleport on Nemesis. Can they get this Baron?
Paduk is not there, but Nuke has a ton of damage. 16 stack Medjai's the trap onto Nuke. Almost the Baron killing off Lost Returns, but they survive through it. Velia able to get the smite down. Trimby trying to escape Tangle Bars. Paduk dodging in, but Baus knocks him back and knocks him down.
Not today, Paduk, says Baus as he denies the entire play. Shifters is falling apart as Nuke tries to fight a pick on the Velia, but he's not taking, he doesn't die! Lost, he doesn't die!
Recall coming out from Baus does have that teleport. The Baron empowered recall allowing them back to base that much quicker. The Weaver's Wall coming out.
Dragon, if you let them stabilize the map again, if you let them set up their vision line, I don't think it's getting better for Shifters as this leader is slowly falling down. Now Drake picked up for
Tones should be able to just chunk out this this tier 2 tower. Baron expiring in 7 seconds. Trimby caught out by Velia. Bukada going in, but Velia still has a Guardian Angel here. Baus looking for an engage. The Redemption coming out will top up Velia's health bar. Nuke has a Weaver's Wall, but the inhibitor tower, the target for Crownie and Nemesis. No wave for them, though, means they cannot get it right now. The next wave coming in about 3 seconds' time. Lost Tones continue to push forward. Nuke is nowhere near. He's looking for that flanking Weaver's Wall, but really doesn't have a way in. So does Medjai's as Baus finds the engage. Paduk almost caught out. Baus dodges across.
There it is!
And down goes the Duck. It's hunting season for Baus. Nemesis trying to chunk out Trimby. A cease and desist onto Nemesis, the Seraphs and the Zhonya's shields, topping them up. There is the knockback with the Seismic Shovel. Pop Blossom going in as well. Velia's going to come back with a GA. The Crowning GA as well. It's all on Nuke and Rooster. Let's try and get the damage down. Reset coming out from Nemesis. They cannot end yet. Nuke trying to keep Lost Returns interested, and they're damn well interested! Nuke atomized by Lost Returns. Trimby and Rooster, the last 2 standing.
Nuke tries to find the counterplay, tries to bring it back, but with 2 beautiful side steps and an amazing cast by the Baus. Somehow, somewhere, they brought this game back from a complete carnage.
Baus, you beautiful man! Absolutely!
Down on Gwen. Because we all
not fun for anyone playing against her.
No, not fun.
Very fun for the
really
Gwen.
Fun. Dustin is a great item on Gwen. Gwen's Q needs to stack up 4 times, and then you did the Mega Snip.
But neither of these players have been exceptional yet this split, I'd say, as we see a fight happening. Flag and drag in by Linces onto Vladdy. Razzle trying to join, but Humanoid's still very healthy.
Really nice.
And now the turn can start onto Razzle. Has to try and jump his way away with that decoy. Humanoid with a Rune Prison. Linces, oh, he went for the Dragon Flag combo. Your KDA goes up, up, up as Jarvan.
It's his moment, yeah.
As he takes the Cloud Drake. Mind games won for Emperor.
That was a six-pack. It will be the invade to counter this. Now, obviously, flashing shown top side gives Razork a lot of agency in the bot side. Walking in here together with Lospa will try to get his red buff from Linces. I think he wants to give it. Nice.
Doesn't come out. There's Step Judge as well with the Killer Instinct in. Linces using the Cataclysm will flash the wall. Upset flashes to follow and finds the shutdown. And the body block will keep Kazi safe as enough.
Yeah, but now Ryze will actually go and take over this lane and try to get some push here, because you see, instead of pushing this mid wave, he actually rotated up here, and now the Yunara will go mid, so really keeping the tempo nice, because Flash can actually stay around there for fight.
In on the chase. Linces is across the wall here as well. Flag and drag, but no Cataclysm. Lospa with a dredge line to terrain. Shorter cooldown on it. Command to protect from Vladdy. A hook going onto Linces once again. Interrupts, but he's going back in, and the Titan's about shield will be enough to keep him alive for now alongside that command protect. Linces misses the Dragon Strike. Fleshy falls as well. Huge for Fnatic as they find a couple on an overextension from Vitality.
That's one big tin can. How did he live that? I feel like he was supposed to be dead so many times there. Even being went on by Razork.
Humanoid does have flash here. Razork doesn't have the Cyclone. There's a flash away. Flash forward hits him with a sub.
And that's the alimony! South Coast Fallacy means he has to commit for it anyway. And in the end, 3 people of Vitality ends up going down.
Yeah, it's absolutely huge for Fnatic. Turning it very much back into their favor. Getting themselves a slight gold lead to 1,000. Next Drake up in 5 seconds time, and Fnatic are working their way through the mid lane to get vision down towards this Dragon Pit. Vladdy's just going to start it up immediately. Ults across the board available. Nakanako doesn't have TP, but he's already at the Razor Beaks. Empress does have his teleport.
I don't think you're fighting this as Vitality unless you're really relying on the Gwen.
I think you are. Cyclone coming out. Linces goes in with the Cataclysm, but now Flesh is in the midst of Fnatic and doesn't really have a leg to stand on. It's roast beef as Fnatic find another double for Upset. Officially passing 2,000 kills in the LEC. Kazi dashing forward, has to flash. Guys, stop dashing into the guy with a hook! What are you doing?
I like it. I think they should keep going.
No, like, what are they doing?
I like it. So, really interesting bit from Vitality, because they were kind of relying on the push from the Gwen to kind of help them.
Prize, Empress flashing away, TP coming out. It's Vladdy to join the fray. Nakanako and Humanoid getting chased down. There's the Shockwave. No Killer Instinct in from Upset. There he goes, dives in. Looking for Nakanako, who has to flash away. Humanoid is dead in a side lane. Upset's looking for more with the Cyclone coming out from Razork. Hello, missed. Nakanako, no mana, no health, and no way out as Razork gets him. Fnatic now 8 and now
Upset is just growing. He's growing and growing and growing. He's 4 kills now. Big bounty, 2k gold. The point of pressure for Vitality, and they need him in these fights. When Fnatic is diving, you need to make sure they're diving for a Gwen,
going in, killing again, and Kazi wishing he had a flash. No way out for him. Mid lane tower going over to Fnatic. And they actually pinging towards
there is no Karsti, but they are not super strong here. I think here there could be an avenue for Fnatic, I mean for Vitality, if they can get the Gwen down here, but it seems like they're just giving this Baron. They just don't want to contest this at all.
Deciding against it. I think Empress did a good job of marking Nakanako, meaning that he didn't have an easy TP.
Item now. And when we get to these 5v5 team fights, I don't see a way Vitality can face check this dive comp of Fnatic.
Here they go. Upset not quite in range for the Killer Instinct yet. Fleshy going in. Lost the look for the hope, but can't quite land it. Razork going with that Cyclone as well. TP coming out from Empress. He tries to join the fight, but Vitality have already found one. Empress joins in. The knockback coming out as Upset dives in with that Killer Instinct. A Cataclysm flag and drag out from Linces. The slow from Kazi may be enough to save his jungler. Razork jumps in, but he's met with thin air. As in the end, a 1-for-1 exchange, jungler for support, top lane for support.
We take those. I mean, that's the Dragon for Fnatic. They still have the mid lane push. First, walking up a little bit. You're not a W, buddy. You gotta be a little bit careful. You are not invulnerable, but you are Cassante.
Yeah, he does survive for quite a long time here. Upset leaving him to his own devices. All out from Empress, trying to dash out with that Pathmaker too. Razork can look for the re-engage, but
baits the flash from Humanoid. Great play. At all. So they gotta make them face check them and try to get a pick. Lospa that ends up going down, but they use so much already, and now they're kind of out of juice in this fight. I feel like Fnatic just had everything and was able to punish that attempt really beautifully, because they are just so ahead in gold. It doesn't matter that your Gwen is 1.9k gold up if the rest of the map is bleeding.
Good shockwave from Vladdy in that last
top
fight.
laner, he's playing Kai'Sa. He always looking for this. Look at Razor coming from behind there as well.
And they need Razor to come across. There's the needlework. Nako, there's the Cyclone into the Killer Instinct. Upset now on the wrong side of the wall. Nako tries to get to safety. Kazi there, the dive in. Razor almost falling. A great knockback by Emperors, and Razor flashes the right moment. Kazi going too deep in pursuit of glory means that he and his cow friend fall. Upset claiming a double.
See, I saw Fleshy with a great knockback by Emperors, really solidifying those kills.
Yeah, really nice flash away from Razuk as well. He was almost taken out by the Arc of Judgment. I'm glad he should be able to take the tier 2 in mid here. Fnatic take the tier 2 on bot as well. Humanoid was pushing one ward, spotting Upset as he walks towards it. Supercharges in to get the extra attack speed, starting up the Baron. It is spotted out by Vitality. Fleshy stepping forward onto Losper, but taking more damage than it's worth. Pops the ultimate. Shockwave has been used. Fleshy down to about a fifth of his HP. Nako trying to find that flank position. Meanwhile, Losper keeping the rest of Vitality at bay, and Kazi hooked up, locked up, and taken out. Nako and Linsus turn their attention towards the Baron. Linsus looking for the smite. A smite came down, I think, on a jungler. Vladdy takes it in the end. I'm not sure the smites went where they were meant to.
In the battle of two smites, Vladdy comes out on top somehow.
I think both junglers smite a champion, guys.
What? What was that smite?
Okay, so maybe Linsus didn't smite the right target.
Let's leave it to the experts later.
Shockwave on the backline is also trying to retreat here. Good realm warp in by Vitality. So they look for what could be the final fight of the game. Cataclysm coming out. Linsus the first to fall. Vladdy's shield with the command protecting the Killer Instinct by Upset as Emperors was tanking the entirety of the rest of Vitality. Nako and Kazi could not get through him. And now Fnatic 18 kills to 2 up. Are looking at that Nexus, looking for their 4th win. And it's all on Nako and Kazi to try and defend.
Fnatic confidently marching down here, taking good fight after good fight. I don't think there's anything Vitality can do here. Kazi is being went on, Nako is being went on. He's trying to hold these towers, but it's a little bit too late. As I say that, Wukong goes in.
He's got the Guardian Angel though, and now with the Nexus towers down, it's much harder for Vitality to defend. Nako falling to the Plasma from Upset. A second follows suit as Kazi goes down. And in a 20 kill to 2 banger, Fnatic take the win.
Thanks. That's the general idea. You already talked about scaling. We've seen range come into the mix for Heretics as well. It does feel like, again, you know...
Trolling there, so they trying to commit to this just wouldn't be a particularly good time, especially when Mundo only has a Giant's Belt, so happy to back away for the moment, give this across to G2, and see what else Shao can do on the map.
So First Dragon goes over to G2 and slow and steady wins the race.
Building that lead.
The only problem is, I just don't think in the LEC I've seen a Cassante ever be the word useless. So going up against a top laner like BB, I wonder as Deadly Flourish does connect. Lebrov went in deep for a deep ward, and Shao's punishing him with his 80 carry in tow. We need that shot to connect, but Shao's going to take the kill for first.
And continue to stack these dragons.
And someone will make this a little bit quicker as well. Quick check-in with bot lane in the meantime. It is a 1k gold lead, just in the blink of an eye. Yomu's Ghostblade picked up. Roll quest to be banned. G2 putting on another case as well, as 3 members of G2 are going to take the turret by themselves. Open up first turret.
Don't go up
from there, though, to be fair. That's,
him and Faker holding hands, you know?
Yeah, true.
Oh, hang on.
Then flash engage. Hansama caught out. And just as we're praising him, Hansama gets taken out. Sten, very nice.
This position is going to be a little hard for Heretics, because you're looking at like the chains and also Caps' ultimate.
Sten as well. Unbreakable Will is up and available. He's already taken half HP though. Hansama holds the ulti. And Lebrov as well is looking to set up. Here's a TP from Trayson. Team Heretics have caught the Herald at half HP and a reset here, but Trayson's teleport on the whole of G2. Matters not for now as Caps gets chunked out a little bit as well. There's some good poke in response from Heretics as Seren has kept his lethal tempo up and available. Broken Blade will help sustain that as well. Hansama needs to hit crucial targets. Sten decided to Hex Flash over the wall. Quick instant cleanse. Captain Jack Sparrow in a cow version. Sten, though, he's not in the fight while Trayson decided to go forward. Team Heretics going forward and forward and back. Look, they're split off here as well. Poke comes through again. And a lot of posing around this pit that I think Heretics now know they're going to lead.
Heretics really wanted to try and break that choke point, so investing like the Hex Flash over the wall from Sten. They shift Shao and Trayson over to try and break it, but they can't actually bring the carries across as well. So G2 fall back, use the poke from Hansama, and now get the Rift Herald, and it's Heretics just kind of window watching.
Shao is looking for a kill on the outskirts, but Lebrov, as he turns into himself, will just back off, and another objective for G2.
And control for the Dragon area.
Dragon seems to be started in the meantime by Skumon. The Sundered Sky Aatrox is just going for it while Sten gets poked out. What a route coming through from Lebrov, and Team Heretics tried to approach this. Chains of Corruption as well. Ice is going to open up the curtain call, but he's not doing any damage. Broken Blade is in the way as Dragon's out at half HP. Trayson has unleashed the needlework from the side. Sheo even tried to get a slice of the pie, but it's too late. Heretics once again just don't have the... There's been one moment as Lebrov, okay, he's here. He baited in and Seren takes it. Fish on sinkers. Shockwave comes in as well. One more auto. Seren's about to die. Lebrov flashes for it. He gets exhausted, but he's a protobelt away. The support, the flying angel of death onto Sheo. A turret to save him for now. Level 11 Mundo says, let's go back in. But you ain't taking enough yet, kid. As he runs away, the turret's now exposed. And G2...
The clone from the Nico died as Caps ran underneath the tower, so Caps ended up taking the aggro and had to fall back away. Couldn't get that last little bit of DPS, even though he was quite low on mana. But still, G2 reading Heretics' plays perfectly, flashing forward to finish off the kill. But we'll have to keep our eyes on bot lane, as I think it's just a heavy trade.
Yeah, I wonder. Here comes Needlework. Broken Blade's going to all out though. Onto Trayson, jumps to a minion. It's going to become a 2v2, but Trayson, that's a lot of damage. He flashes away from the True and just runs back in. He gets flipped around. And I swear Broken Blade could have done that by himself as Sheo is now running behind Caps. And Orianna body blocking a Mundo. What kind of medical practice is this? As Caps pulls out the kill. And the only thing Heretics get is a turret. Their first of this game.
But you're going to lose your tier 2. Already you can see that poke from G2 doing work against Heretics.
And passive is down on Sheo, so Han Summer can now launch Chains of Corruption. Sheo doesn't have that face checking until it's back up. He pops the ulti straight away, but a level 12 Mundo ain't going to do much. Han Summer flashes away. Pop Blossom gets the back line, while the rest of the front are dealing with G2. Yeah, it looks good. Lebrov goes down, and some health bars are blinking, but the problem is, kill Aatrox. Next problem, kill Cassante. Next problem, how do we get to Han Summer? Shuffle back. Seren's trying. Auto after auto after auto. It's going better than anyone would expect at home as Ice holds onto a false shot. Re-engage here from Skumon. He heals up, and Broken Blade has just run into Seren. Face first. Ice flash over the wall to survive as Caps has teleported back in to do the dance once again. Ice got a fake turret behind him, and the Ace is sowing the roots for G2 in this game.
Yeah, decent damage thanks to Trayson with that ultimate. But the wall of Thief is just too big. Seren can't actually finish off members. He ends up having to flash into the front line of G2, and they get chased down in the end.
Felt like their best fight. Chance Corruption keeps Sheo in place, and Han Summer just one-shots him now. This might be a bit of a trade as Han Summer gets low, does a bit of damage on the way out, but Sten, he's just here without his rocks around him. The paddock is down, and he too will go on the ground. 2-1 for G2 for that small little window of a fight. As
get in position and poke. I think the ultimate from Ice may just be up before they can finish this off. And maybe that's enough if you can get onto Caps with Mountain Soul. Going to do a lot of work here.
Need to work Seren's ulti as well to add into the mix. You're right, Dagda Ice's ulti up in 5. 5k is the Baron HP for now as well. Lebrov at an angle. Not watered, control watered out. Here comes the curtain call. Team Heretics to hold onto this game. But G2 in the way, the fourth shot won't be given, and the 1400 smite is down. Team Heretics now have to run away as Caps is the one who's just going to go in a dangerous position. Lebrov is caught out and dies, actually. Seren trying to keep this game together. Sheo thinks there's an angle. There is an angle. Team Heretics, if they can stop this, well, I shouldn't have said anything. Shockwave comes through first, and Stan had to walk into face check. But you know the check was already faced, and you know the check is written. G2 pummel down. KC at 4-1. MCoy have just been on a tear, and I think performance-wise have been the best.
But also, what happens when you just don't get Azir and Cassante?
Also true.
Or you don't get Varus, you know, game 2 and 3.
That's right. So we don't really know right now, but interesting comment. We'll pull that chatter up, and we'll talk to them in a couple of weeks. How about that? G2 through bot. This siege is an onslaught, and at 11,000 gold, they now hold. They'll run into the base, look to try and end this one, move themselves to equal standings at the end of this second week. The halfway point of LEC versus. It would be G2 at 3-3, at a comfortable position despite some of the rougher start. Team Heretics this game has struggled to defend. They've struggled to really get into range. A 5v5 dagger for their life. That's what's now on the line. Curtain call is going to be blocked yet again by Clone. Caps at half HP. He's been hit through the front line. Trayson with the needlework as well gets close, but as the final one comes through, Caps is still alive. Hope from Han Summer hit Ice all the way in the back line as Trayson has to deal with the mid wave. The next ones are channeling through bot, teleport for the reset, and this Baron buff has still got 35 seconds to go.
You still got another wave that's coming through, so G2 really want to try and keep this one going. The Azir turret putting in work against the creep wave, though.
Cher defending distance does good damage, Sten gets it engaged, but you see the response damage capture sends the ball up to do the work. Like Gordon Ramsay would say, you let the knife do the work, and it's been plunged into Team Heretics this game for the majority portion of it. Broken Blade zones off and is all out. There's no way Team Heretics go nearby as the Nexus turret now exposed. They need a wave to help them finish the job as the Baron's expiring, but you know that's not even needed at this point. G2 have a bare Nexus. Trayson steps up yet again. Hans Summer just waits for that W to be down. But G2 are looking damn fine. They played with their food, but why shouldn't they? When the team that represents Europe, when they want to win, they'll take it. And Team Heretics gets sent packing with a triple kill over to Hans Summer. They say, hey, come on, man. Let's try and get in that quadra, but a win is enough.
I mean, it works really well, right? Ambessa struggles against champions that are strong in the first few levels. Poppy fits that bill. She wants to be able to dash around. Poppy says, no, you don't get to do that.
They should be. I mean, yeah. I think they'd both be great. I feel like we've got a lot of good mids this split. Like the talent pool is kind of nuts. Pause on that. Roulette just found Yike. Waiting in brush there with no wards from Na'Vi. That's why he walked in blind. Control ward down. This Busio as well, but Paris has come out as well. Seismic Shove will change everything here. Gets onto Yike as Busio falls the flat from Poby. Dredgeline in, we're fighting 3v3, but the AoE is nuts. And Insane who's pretty low though, and it's not working out well for KC. Na'Vi got their AoE galore.
Paris again, who's stepping up, and this is a guy that definitely got a lot of shellacking, I'll say, last year.
He did.
Got a lot of flack, and I think he's stepped up really well here. I think we're diving bot though.
Yeah, in the meantime, because Grubs are just being forfeited, so KC needs something.
Yeah, but there's not really anything to get. Wave cleared out underneath tower. They're now setting up for Kalista to try and push through again, and you kind of lost your window here. I feel like Yike at least will be able to get Scuttle, which might keep her around the bottom side, on the bottom side, because then you've got, we've got the long range engage with the Leona. We can then follow up that with Kana and Yike and Kaisa, which can then separate the fight and make it really uncomfortable for Sandy.
Paris, though, meanwhile, does a face check. That's not too good. Weaver's Wall coming out, but Paris is just dead. First blood over to KC. A good flick back, but it's mitigated by Busio getting his Zenith Blade in. Meanwhile, Roulette goes into the World Ender, but he's got no one to help end his world. Kyo rumps in, and I think Sandy and Poby know they need to get out there, but I don't know how they're going to do it. As Flash away is the start. Moonlight Vigil misses with Severum, so no heal as Poby flashes as well. And a big mistake from Na'Vi that KC were waiting to catch. Last play, a little bit of crying is absolutely okay. Na'Vi need to recover. Seismic Shove there, but Zenith Blade comes in after the Solar Flare, but Roulette's just waiting on the wing, so Busio, a step too far. He flashes away, but the Dredgeline, beautiful! Sent up with the Emperor's Survivor, Yehu, as he kites away. He still ain't out of dodge. Seismic Shove works again, but Roulette's with the flash, cleaved down! Here comes the next one! A double with the blade in hand, it's Yike up next! The mountain that cannot be climbed is Roulette! Impressive organization in terms of their history, but in League, it feels so fresh here as they're trying to do what they can against KC. And what I mean is KC's a mighty organization in their own right. There we go, public execution onto Poby. He stepped too far and Kana punishes. Hot damn! That was clean by the top laner.
Yeah, just reading that, there was nothing left in the tank for Poby to keep him safe. And Paris wasn't able to keep him in, or stay in position there to hold out. And now KC, they want to respond to the bot as well.
Onto Mainta, the ulti misses, it's a whiff. Solar Flare comes down and he's just getting hit by Yehu against the wall. A beautiful ulti in the end and Yehu takes down Mainta. Yike, might be a trade, but no, not enough damage from the turret. And KC get even more.
Nice jobs by KC. Kana with the solo turnaround at the top side. And just a nice dive on that bottom lane as well. It's a huge trade for KC for the Rift Child taken by Na'Vi.
Let's see though, is Kana in trouble here? Roulette pulls out the World Ender and maybe the answer is yes, but Kana has that Drakehound step out of the Infernal Chains. He gets out with that sledge and that's good for now. Again, how do you follow Ambessa when she has a million dashes?
And so much shielding as well coming off of that W.
Oh,
but wait a sec.
Yike's coming in. He's got his ult in 3 seconds. Might not even need it. Kana flashes in. And this Korean top laner is pulling KC on his back again. 2 straight kills here. And Kana's bringing the game back in his own right.
Kana's just saying send more. Send all you got, Na'Vi. Carmine Core looking clean off the back of
Sandy in trouble as well. Kalista just takes him. That's a solo kill. KC are erupting.
The fights become a little bit easier because you assassinate Sam D and there's only kind of Roulette to deal that consistent DPS. KC
They definitely are. It's been, I mean, a bit topsy-turvy in the early game, back and forth, but there's been some real mechanical plays. As Sam D is going to open up the turret up with the Retail Charge coming in afterwards as well. But even with his hit on plating, it wasn't enough as the engage pulls in Poby with the two-man flick back in. Yike, almost dead, but the depth charge he flushes away from and survives. Now Sam D, even with the crescendum, is in a lot of trouble. Kana, his ulti there. Poby survives thanks to the shove back on Busio. If Kana hit that, I feel like Na'Vi were kaput.
That would have been an absolute disaster because they were the ones. Their relative schedule, by comparison, looks good. If you are considering like, you know, G2, MKOI, and KC still as top dogs, right? So I think for KC, a win here over Na'Vi, gonna look good, but Busio.
Oh, he's caught out. Hang on, maybe an opportunity for Na'Vi. Solar Flare buys some time though, and the sky will fall once again, but Dyke running into the Aatrox, we're gonna question. No, it doesn't matter, because stuns galore before Relech can heal up. He has been one too many times in the middle of too many members. Engaged champions.
Yeah, and I think as well, the fact that you can go for Bundle Pipes in the Leona just works so well with so many of the AD carries that we have. Like Yunara wanting that extra attack speed, works out great. The kit for Leona, the fact that you get the movement speed, allows you to chase down and look for some of those stuns as well with the auto attack. So all in all, pretty happy with the way things are going, and the pick play looks like it's going to continue as Busio controlling this top side.
Solar Flare again, onto Poby, Zenith Blade is there, Yahoo! The old DRX mid lane trying to poke out the T1 underling as Busio flashes away, maybe too deep this time around. Teleport from Mainta, this is turning into a full-on fight. The shove back keeps Busio in play. Steadfast presence doesn't make him go away. It's a kill, but to who? Over to Poby for Na'Vi. As Baron is a consideration, but is it able to be done?
I think that's what they're trying to spot out, because I was going to say Kana began the reset.
For Mainta as well, it does feel like there is some more versatility here for KC, so worth noting here that kill in the long run could actually hurt Na'Vi. Teleport being used in Skyfall as well. Great timing from Poby, but Yahoo's right up against the wall with him. Takes him to a frisk end. Here comes Relech, but it's a bait. Kana over the wall as Yahoo's ulti is a little bit late. Relech does get out with the flash, but again, look at what is just opened up for KC to take more gold.
If you don't succeed, try.
The rest of Na'Vi are like, can we even get near in time? They've got an idea. Pings are coming down, but they're going to prioritize the Dragon start here, and Baron will safely go into the hands of KC.
Yeah, I'm sure you can take Dragon Plus.
Quick, right?
It will be quick, but you're going to lose a ton of pressure on this mid wave. I'm not sure if you don't just lose the mid tower as well. I'm not sure how the crystalline fractures are looking at the moment, but KC, don't overextend. You got the reset coming through. Mainter actually might have overextended himself.
Drag the wave over. It's only an overextension if he gets caught. Solar Flare dodge away from him. Presses that W nice and early. Flashes away, and Busio sent packing, but a flash and now a Poppy ulti down. Mainta used a lot to drag that wave to stop it pushing in onto the inner.
Yeah, now you got the Azir turret that's pushing in and keeping that mid control. Kana takes that top lane tower while all this is happening. Paris wasn't sure if he's
laning phases as Skyfall once again. Busio there to help out onto Mainta. The stun comes up, but where's the damage for now? A little bit deep from KC as the side step from Yike was beautiful from Poby's seismic shove. So KC continue the onslaught. Minion wave cleared out though, and two plates still holding this turret together, but look at Kana.
More and more.
Paris needs to flash, find a hook, do something, start the fight now. Mid is gone, inner down. Kana's going to get the next wave pushed in as well, draw attention, and then Dagda with this Baron, the pull and throw that's going to happen is going to open up inner bot as well.
That's what I was going to say. The fact that you have that control over mid means you can push here, force the defense, and then immediately wrap in behind with Kana, which makes it really difficult.
Top is also a wave setup. Kana can just transition there. KC are doing the do-si-do over Na'Vi. They're schooling him right now as Busio kites away, but Na'Vi, 5 members in bot, continue here. Kana now joins on in. Public execution not even needed to be used. Back to the mid wave he goes. Top eventually will push out so Kana can transition. Mid-inhib turrets at half HP. Na'Vi, you have to do something. The Soul Flare comes through and it's a nice engage, a depth charge as well. They will find Busio, but Paris almost dies in the process. Yahoo stands his ground and delivers with a couple of soldiers. Sam D, Paris both sent away. And Baron 10 seconds left to go, so Casey disappeared, but it was still so much pressure applied to open the map.
But they did what they had to do. Paris finally gets that hook onto Busio, gets the kill.
Over till it's over. Lost Returns showed earlier today that exact point. We've seen so many games that have come back out of nowhere. But this one, how do you deal with Kana? Mainta has the ulti, but it's buffered! This XT1 talent is unbelievably clean.
Mainter didn't stand a chance, tries to hold on to the tower, but this Poppy just does not have the damage anymore. With no top laner, that's Dragon gone. With 45 seconds till Baron, it may just be another objective that KC get to set up and take as well.
So you're going to move to Soul Point. Almost 9,000 gold. Very far. He's scared of channeling it because he'll get stunned up with the Shield of Daybreak or a Zenith Blade. And then the ulti just stops. Kana comes in off the wing as well, and now Na'Vi don't have the disengage tool. They're an ulti down, running into already hard fight.
And now it's Sharks in the water as Sam D
Kana,
in a position.
Angle. Oh, Sam D flashes away, gets Mainter instead, but still in the middle. I asked the question, how do you kill this guy? Kana running for his life, he's done his job already. Kept Na'Vi at the fray as KC run down mid lane. Now, look at the ult usage. It was Yike, it was the top lane in Kana, but I still see 2 up and available that are big.
But this is what I was talking about. In the front to back, Na'Vi can still take those fights. They don't get on towards Sam D, so that damage dealer still up and available, but health bars still looking good for KC. TP coming through from both top laners. KC want to try and find a pick here. They don't want to take the 5v5.
Look at Kana, his angle yet again. He doesn't have that ulti, but he can do a lot of damage in the fight. Relech now spots him out. Baron's going down. Yike's a little bit low, but he's got his GA. Kana at full HP at level 19. He's running into this fight, ready to go. Mainter at level 16 finds a flash and no wall there onto Yehu. So he's just getting waddled away by the Azir while Baron's going down. No steal. Relech comes for an angle, but he was so close. Ain't no cigar. Na'Vi have to run in. They had no option in the end as another ulti hit. And Kana seals the deal with a triple added on top.
KC were playing for the ults to come back up. And in one fell swoop, they take down Na'Vi, and they will take this game.
With some very clean play, some beautiful comeback mechanics through individual members. This top laner on Ambessa was a chef's kiss. And KC setting up bot on the other side of the map. It was like a domino effect as KC continues to be in the blue common. No red here as they move to 5-1 at the top of our standings. It's coming.
Cocoon can decide the game, so this is going to be an exciting first couple of minutes.
So it's bot or not. GX are like all in on bot here, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think we picked a good game to have you along for the ride.
Okay, well, nothing's happened else in bot lane, but dare I say that Cocoon
gonna
comes
be
down
a
there to
chunk
trap
in one
the
shot.
combo boost. How you called it.
Yeah.
As simple as that. First blood over to Noah.
Yep. Beautiful. Lands the Cocoon. Bye-bye. That's all.
They just don't really stand a chance, do you? Especially as the squishy support. There's just nothing. I mean, Alvaro had heal, but I don't think that saves him in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't blind a Lulu in this situation.
Dominance used. Lot flashes. Big mistake. Mirwin got him before he runs out with that Ruthless Predator. But Isma's here to save the day with a Vault Breaker. Interrupts, but Mirwin gets that Q off before Lot is able to help out Isma. So it's a 1-for-1 in the end. Both top laners dead.
I think you're going to be happy with that as
considering that we talk so heavily about bot being a single swim for GX, and it's definitely swimming right now.
Yeah, and the Crab 50-50 bot side, so Elioya is extra happy.
I don't think it's worked out so far.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so.
A question for you after this as well. Cease and desist. Keep Super in place. But the wall is a shallow short. He just opens up away, but Alvaro still gets flicked back into and goes in. There's a kill. Number 2 over to GX in this bot lane as it's all angles down here for GX and the power play.
Solo queue recently. I'm so fed.
Yeah.
One team fight goes wrong, we lost, guys.
Well, look, they're keeping the momentum up, and Super steps too far forward. Cease and desist. Isma flashes. He flashes for the W, but barrier was still up and available. Super will live. Isma's down.
Yeah, missed the Q, and that is not a good time, as Isma just doesn't have the damage.
Now, before we let you go, quick question. If you've got a world skin, as flash away, hang on, stop fighting.
You're not
guys.
allowed
Jojo
to leave, Boots,
takes 2 turret shots, big mistake, flashes away, and it's going to be matched by Jack. He sends out the Weaver's wall. Jojo's running for his life, and all he needs is a shove back the threaded volley at max range. Busio, if you won Worlds, what would you?
Bye-bye.
Congratulations today. 5-1 is how KC finished, and MKoi looking to do the same. The early game's not been great though. It's all out. We look towards top. Dominus has been burned, but the bigger damage is coming through from Lot. Mirwin here's a little bit, but it's Cassante. You don't win that. However, Lot has missed so many Qs, and Mirwin has hit so many roundabout Qs. All it takes is one more bit of damage. Lot doesn't have flash, neither does Mirwin. The flip dodged away, the end of the wall, so close, but Mirwin should have it. All he needs is that rage to get back up as Lot has to run back to his turret. Mirwin knows he has the kill if that Cassante comes back. Now all it is mid. I mean, this is really clean from GX. Point being is that, like, it's not a boring draft, it's a really exciting draft. GX are executing on it as Lot versus Mirwin happens again. Dominus comes out, but Isma's here. Ain't fair this time. All out, buffered by a Vault Breaker. But Mirwin, that means he just gets to eat through the wave. However, the season says makes it so. Isma gets the kill, and that ain't a fair 1v1 anymore.
Yeah, Mirwin didn't stand a chance. Too many.
Can turtle it out if GX get held at 3.5k, 4k where they are now, but I was going to go into how maybe MKOI can find some kind of salvation in this mid game, but Herald just got picked up. That'll open up mid for Noah.
got changed as well, so we're scaling with the crits are pretty damn nice.
Yeah.
But at the moment, you haven't had a chance to reset. Now, Giant X are still picking up the wins, right? Dragon and stuff is there. It's going to be a little wobbly. Like, you have only just completed an item for JoJo, and it's 2 items completed for now. Like, and now it's mid lane tower down, which has only accelerated that goal. For Giant X, these are the kind of plays that you can now start to make. Force into the enemy jungle, look for picks. You can have Caitlyn with the long range ult as well.
Smite goes down. That was Elyoya who got it, I believe, as well. Cocoon a little bit short. Isma goes in anyway. Elyoya pops the subjugate. And
That they've established on this bottom side. I think that's where Giant X, you can see here, you know, not having the control of the wave.
Well, Jun missed his Cocoon. He repels up. MKOI is still there, but Isma's setting up as well. TP coming in. Meanwhile, Jackie is fighting with Mirwin, who's just solo carrying in the 1v1. Jackie says to run away, but he's on the wrong side of Summoner's Rift. Here's JoJo, but interrupted. A bigger wall approaches. JoJo gets the shutdown, and Giant X for the first time are getting contested at this objective.
MKOI doing a good job of playing off Mirwin's pressure. Now, he's sitting on a ward.
Over the wall, Isma is going to find his target. There's a Cocoon to layer up as well with a quick pick, but Mirwin gets wild growth. He eats over the wall, and they need to kill him. Eventually they do, but for Giant X, it's 4 versus 4. While Lot can't get past the pillar, it's shutdown after shutdown for JoJo. And MKOI, the Dragon, still sits there ready for their approach.
There's still a lot of damage that can come out from Giant X. Noah is still healthy. MKOI getting lower, but he needs a front line. Isma has to go in. He has that flash engage if he wants to use it.
If Noah dies, this game seems scary. No ultis on MKOI, getting poked out. Noah happy to play with range. JoJo's the one who's healthy enough, but they go, no, we cannot give up the game and give more gold over to Giant X. Dragon will be given. Giant X will move to 3, but a close call for a team that has been in the... And he picked up double shutdown in that last fight. The concern is that both Mirwin and JoJo are now in a very good position as Isma still stealing away camps. Mirwin at level 16 is going to take a while to die. Ace in the hole will help out though. And Noah still does 1 truckload of damage with the Lord Dominic's regard.
He took a little bit less time than I expected to go down.
So. There was damage. And 45 seconds, Baron is up. GX, how quickly do they do it as they kick it off?
There's no trap line set up. So MKOI going to see if they can try and get in. Isma off on the side though, still has that ultimate available. Little invested for Giant X for that pick.
He's trying to bait it. JoJo's going to walk in first. Weaver's wall sets on up. Isma pulls the ulti, but he's so deep. He presses the button he shouldn't. The no button. Isma ran in for the shutdown, and now mid's open.
Elyoya's pillar was clutch there. He stopped Jackie's from taking the Weaver's wall, which meant that Vi ended up completely isolated on the play. But Elyoya now taken low.
It's not done yet. Lot tries to run on in as JoJo from the side is who I'm watching onto Noah, but he gets flicked back. The Azir down, and Noah gets the free hit. MKOI ran up after getting the turret, confident as ever, but Jackie's is on the chase. Another seismic shove soon to come up. Flash Cocoon, but Jun gets the flash instead out of super. MKOI for a pick, and 2 members of GX look up, the rest look down. Look at JoJo here, starting to poke that tank, but the tank can heal. Giant X, they've got a GA on Isma as well to send it on in. Front to back, they begin. JoJo steps up, but he's at half HP already. Isma pulls the trigger. The Weaver's wall comes in, not stopped this time around. A great shove from JoJo, but an even better flick from Jackie's. Meanwhile, Noah's approaching, and he's untouched yet again. Yes, GA popped onto Isma, but Giant X are happy to consistently push the fight. Alvaro in harm's way, harm's range, and flicked back into Noah's face. Giant X will take 2, and now the Dragon Soul surely belongs to... No contest. Elyoya is in the vicinity, but how he approaches is beyond any business. Jun's looking for him, Jackie's too. The damage that came from Noah was enough, and slowly Giant X are just going to take this down. Points, but everything else has been beautifully executed.
It just seems so...
All it takes is 1 more hit and that mid turret's gone. Jun gets a Cocoon, but he's by himself, so he proto belts out, and Lucio would be happy. There is a Storm Surge there as well, but Jackie's isolated. JoJo pulls for the play, but a flash again. Good seismic shot back. Jackie's returned some damage, but meanwhile, Bot is getting caressed. This is a beautiful push in. Giant X have just weaved that tempo in nicely.
And this is just going to go immediately. You've so much damage on the Giant X side. Jun playing, hovering out of vision, seeing if anyone in MKOI steps that little bit too close, as the wave will be escorted in by Jackies to make sure Giant X can keep up the pressure.
Noah, you can see he's using his headshot when he gets his rapid fire cannon and then just walks towards someone like Elyoya. Boom. Headshot, 1/8 of his health gone, and now Weaver's Wall to get on out. Giant X have found themselves a Mirwin on the flank, and Jackie's there to try and take him down. Noah gets stunned up and a pillar as well, but they can't kill him. He flashes out of harm's way, and now he pulls out the ulti, as Giant X still have 4 or 5 members standing. MKOI get flicked around, and I'm talking about Jojo as he goes golden. It's the finishing touch, it's a trap on his head. Noah steps back in, and Super might kill him, but Noah takes him to the grave alongside. MKOI have 2 left alive. Double inhibitors dropped, Baron in hand. The minions are going to close this game out. Lot is TPing on the spot, and Giant X, with an innovative, beautiful draft, have shown that even in the LEC, we can execute. Incredible stuff to be highlighted here at the end of week 2.
Great read on the draft.